Hello and welcome to a third tutorial video on Ionic. In the previous video, we discussed about the different elements in Ionic, as the TS files, SCSS, a brief recap on CSS component on the CSS components, the properties, and how we can use the style tags on inline CSS, along with a brief introduction to the different kinds of TS files that are available in each page or in each folder. In this video, we'll be trying to navigate from one page to another in this fashion. Like when we move from one page to another, it gets pushed into the stack, and moving back and forth between two pages and different kinds of functionalities. And we'll be also discussing or noting down some of the key differences in case of navigation with respect to Ionic 3. So here the most simplest method of navigation from one page to another will be to specify the links in href tag or attribute. Href tag usually comes in the anchor tag of HTML. Here you can use the href tag for navigation purposes as well. So as you can see, for example, we want to click on scaffold out your app and move to tab 2. So in order to do that, so as you can see, the URL for moving to tab 2 will be this. Okay, so let's copy it and replace this here and control save it. That's tab 2. If you click on scaffold out your app, we'll be going to that. We are supposed to go to tabs 2. So if you click on it, so we are now on the tab 2 page. So this is the simplest method of page navigation. This method is usually used during the developmental phase and not actually recommended in case of production mode. We'll go into details as to why it is not recommended production mode in upcoming videos. So this is the most simplest method. Now you might have some doubt as to why it is under tab 2, why tabs is under tab 2, and why because since and the doubt is very much likely because tabs 2 is a different folder, and if each folder has a different link, then why it is connected under tabs. So go to router.module.ts and we'll see that under tabs is the path. Under tabs there is tab 1 specified. So if we access tabs, then under tabs we'll get this following: tab 1, tab 2, tab 3. If we change the path name, then it will stop working. If we change the path to tab and save it, then so the feature will stop working because there is nothing under, so you'll get a blank screen. Okay. Tabs, you'll find this file under tabs tab.router.module.ts. We'll also go into details as to how we can change this file and what changes are necessary and what is the key differences in this file in comparison to Ionic 3 in upcoming videos. So for now, the basic portion is that if you want the simplest form navigation, then use a href tag. If you want to navigate using code, the page URL remains the same, but there will be some changes to tab1.page.ts. So you will have to import the nav controller. Earlier nav controller was the only method by which we can import. early nav controller was the only method by which one could navigate from one page to another, but in Ionic 4 there are 3 to 4 methods using nav controller or using Angular, using routing, using Angular's basic routing technique, or using the href tag. So we'll look into each one of them in our project videos, and as to which one will be better at which point of time. Basically there are no special differences between the two, between the three of them, but it's good to know when you can use one or the other during any kind of error. So I'll just make a variable nav ctrl I'll input the nav controller, and as you can see, soon as we gave the nav controller, it got automatically imported. So I'm gonna do that again so that you can get a better look. So we need not concern about location of the plugins unless necessary. Plugins are the modules. So if we just write nav controller and click this, it will automatically get imported. So in order to push from one page to another, or navigate back and forth from one page to another, we'll have to create a function. Let's say navigate to. Make the function any kind of functions written in the class method and not in the constructor. Okay, so and now we write this dot nav ctrl dot push dot navigate forward. Sorry, dot this dot nav ctrl dot push was a feature in Ionic 3, and pop was to get it out. Push was to insert the page into a stack, and pop was to get it out of the stack. So here it is navigate forward, and similar to the href tag, we'll give the locations. Now we're all done with our TS file. We imported the nav controller, we made a function, and in the function we wrote the code to navigate forward from one page to another, and specifically from tabs 1 to tabs 2. Okay, so we'll just replace this function. No, sorry, we'll just attach this function to a click event on click equals to navigate to, and control save the file. And if you click on it, now if you click on it, it should take you to the tab2 page. Simple enough. We clicked on scaffold out your app and navigated us to tab2 page. So this is a basic method in which we can navigate from one page to another using the href tag and using the nav controller. So in our upcoming videos, we'll be using nav controller for different kinds of projects, for different kinds of apps, so starting from simple to complex. So need not worry about anything. Just keep in mind the nav controller and href are the basic methods in which by which you can navigate from one page to another. Yeah. If you have any suggestions, then please drop it in the comments, and like, share and subscribe.